Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Back before Thanksgiving, I discovered your show, and I started listening actively. And I thought, my whole setup of how I did money and business was very much off. And I thought, I got to start rearranging things and get on the baby step. My husband and I are on the baby steps. We secured the first step, and we were also getting, listening to some of your advice about having all of our accounts merged. So we had put our savings and our checking account together in both names, and my husband had a separate account that he had for probably about 25 years. And I told him, I said, you should really put me on that account. This way we can, put some money in that too. And it was a good thing I started listening to your show because it really helped me discover really what was going on. I'd always been pretty active, proactive with my own money as much as I could be, as much as I knew how to be. But on the 2nd of December, my husband had called about his other account, which for the longest time it had been pretty dormant. I think he had $100.26 in there for the longest time. And the bank had told him that he was overdrawn $3,000. And he, of course, called me immediately and told me, how can this be? I said, you need to call the bank back and ask what's going on here. So he called the bank, and they had told him that the teller or whatever had given out $3,000, and it got written off his account because his account was one number off from a customer that had it withdrawn from his account, which really made no sense to us. We couldn't understand how.
You're telling me they fat-fingered the wrong account number and withdrew his account by negative $3,000.
$3,000. But it gets even crazier what we've been going through with it, because they said that this had happened back in May of 2024, and here we are in December, and they'd said, well, we closed your account in July 8th, and we were like, we never got notice of this. And my husband wasn't as proactive with this other account because he figured,
clearly,
oh, it's there. I don't have to worry about it. And I just thought, oh, no. So we'd gotten a letter from them, saying, even a copy, saying we're sorry, there was a mistake, and even showing us the teller's number and the individual's name of who got the money, but it didn't solve our problem. They said, the bank then told us they would send us a check for $100.26, which is what my husband had in the account. And he told them, I'm not doing business with you folks because this is nuts.
Okay.
But they had put my husband into check systems and also gave him a negative credit report across the board. And we were just like, I can't believe this is happening. And
I feel like you guys have been burning too many brain calories on this.
Yeah,
you
way
take
too
the
many.
check, you dispute it on the credit report, and we move on with our life, and we never do business with this bank again.
But, that's not all, though, because we got the check for $100.26. We thought, okay, it's over. We're done. They're going to fix it. That's not what happened. Then, December 19th, they sent us a check for $2,899.74. And we're like, what's going on here? And a paper saying that, you're still in check systems, you can deal with this with them. And we're like, what? So I contacted an attorney. Because if you add the $2,899.74 with $100.26, you come to $3,000. So they were still making us look like we had a black eye, my husband.
Okay.
So we were like, what's going on here?
Talk to the bank about that?
They told us, oh, no, we can come and we'll even come to your house and pick the check up. I said, I've never heard of stuff like this before.
What?
Is it a big bank?
Is it a mom and pop?
No, it's a big bank,
yes.
which we were just shocked by.
So here's exactly what's happening. I'd be willing to bet, my truck's not very nice, but I'd be willing to bet my truck this is what's happening. They're a humongous bank. One teller either is screwing with the system, but more than likely he made a mistake, he or she made a mistake. And they doled out $3,000 to the wrong account. Fine. There's no person at a humongous bank. It's all automated. And I can almost guarantee you that whatever email address your husband signed up on that account 15 years ago or whatever, he's got emails from that bank that were automated and just cranked out. Or he got letters that he just didn't open because he knew he had $100 in that account. Everything on those big banks is automated. Even the refund check that accidentally got automated to you guys. And so, stop doing business with a big bank. That's why I like a bank. I was texting my banker today, right? I like that. I like having their cell number. And I'm an old Luddite when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I like knowing the person to call. And like George said, you guys are wasting way too many brain calories on this. You don't need to get an attorney. You need to dispute it with the credit reports.
We did, and they did send them a letter, and they said they're still going to clear it with check systems, so we're waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, they will. You're just dealing with a bunch of zeros and ones. You're not dealing with people. But here's the thing. I'm going to go back. Companies make mistakes. Big systems make mistakes. That's why we tell everybody to check your stuff every month.
Well, we had moved, and we had given our new address, but nothing had ever come here. And the old address...
or your husband says he did.
He actually changed his address with the bank.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Not with USPS, but did he change it with the bank?
He says he did.
Yeah, but probably not, right?
Oh, he said he did.
I know.
I don't think this is worth fighting with him over. I don't think this is worth...
No, I mean, we're not fighting about it, but you know what I mean? It certainly makes you feel a certain type of way. It's very jarring and shocking.
That's right. This could happen.
$3,000. It's like, wow, how did this happen? And it sat there for so long.
It's just computer on computer, and a humongous bank that's worth $2 trillion. They're just going to write it off and go. It's not worth. They've done the actuarial table. It's not worth their time to mess with $3,000. They just peg your credit and they write it off and they move on.
None of this is malicious or personal. It was just someone who was inept.
Yeah, it's a system. And
well, I can say I'm just glad that I did tap into your show and got more proactive with checking.
Good. And also, I don't let money just sit around. I want my money to have a goal and a purpose. And so if it's not your checking for bills, put it in a high-yield savings account.
Okay.
Have you done that yet?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah,
I'm
get
just
paid
getting
on it.
Started, like I said, before Thanksgiving. Just discovered your program and just getting started.
So here's the deal. Can I flip this whole thing around for you?
Sure.
You're awesome.
Thank you for saying that.
You're awesome. You started digging into some challenges, and you drank the Ramsey Kool-Aid. Welcome to our cult. We're going to hook you up with Financial Peace University. You and your husband can watch that. We're going to pay for it. And we'll hook you up with Every Dollar app that y'all can share together, and y'all can start keeping track with all of your money. So hang on the line here. We'll get you hooked up. But let's flip this whole thing around. Wow. Y'all caught a $3,000 error, and the bank's trying to fix it for you. That's amazing. That's awesome. You're getting back on the right track. So I'm glad y'all started digging into this stuff because now we're on the right path.
Focus on the future.
Create your free Every Dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.